Hey, what is going on, guys and girls? In today's video, I'll be sharing 5 tips that you need to follow if you would like to create higher quality SEO optimized content using ChatGPT. Now, the first tip is that you don't actually need to use the ChatGPT interface. I recommend using the playground mode. This allows you much more customization options and allows you to be able to write much more higher quality content. I've tested it many times, and there's no doubt that playground is way better than the ChatGPT interface. So that's the first tip, is that you need to use the playground mode, and most likely you'll have to apply for the GPT-4 API. You can do this from the OpenAI website. I'll leave a link in the description below this video, but you need to apply for the API because this allows you to use GPT-4, but you will have to pay directly to OpenAI, but usually the cost is not that much. You just pay per usage, so if you don't even use it, you don't have to pay. But I highly recommend using the playground mode and applying for the GPT-4 API because, again, you're able to do much more customization and get higher quality outputs. Okay, so that is the first tip. The second tip is that you need to prime and you need to improve your prompting when using the playground mode. As you can see, in the playground mode, you have the system, you have the user, and you have the assistant. So the system will tell the AI chat box what type of content or what is the objective of the content in which you're trying to create. For example, let's say you wanted to write a blog post about real estate, specifically how to renovate and flip houses. In your system, you can write a prompt such as, you are an expert blog post writer, you specialize in writing high quality and engaging blog posts about real estate, specifically how to renovate and flip houses. So again, what we're doing here, we're priming the AI so that it knows that this is a type of content in which we're creating, and it will try to create us the best possible content because you need to be very specific when using these AI tools. So that is one level of priming in which you can do. Another level, let's say you're writing for your specific business or for a client. What I would recommend you do is I recommend you grab information from that business and you also paste it within the system. So for example, let's say I was writing this blog post for this business, or this was my business. I would head over to their website on the homepage, and then I would pop open Harper AI. If you don't know exactly what Harper AI is, it's a Chrome extension that's powered by ChatGPT, so it allows you to extract information from specific websites. And then I would use Harper to extract the main business information from this website. So to do so, you want to click page text, then enter the prompt, extract the main business information from this website. You can be a little bit more specific. You can ask it to extract the business name, the business information, the service areas, or so on. But as you can see here, we're able to get a nice summary of that website, and we don't have to actually go ahead and read through and copy and paste all the content. We can just go ahead and use Harper. Then I'm going to paste it into the system. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the AI that you are writing blog post for this business below. Again, we're priming the AI. We're giving it more context so that it knows to include this information within our blog post, but it just is able to have more information because, again, the higher quality input that you give the AI, the higher quality the output you'll be able to get back from the AI. So that's how you prime the AI so that you're able to get higher output when creating blog posts. And if you would like me to use these same strategies to create you a free article of your choice, check out the link in the description below this video. I've been creating quite a few articles for clients, and we're getting some really good results. So if you would like high quality articles at half of the cost, check out the link in the description below this video. We can get started with a free article, and if you like it, you can then go ahead and get a paid plan. Now, my third tip is, instead of just asking the AI to write the full article, first what you want to do is generate an outline. So you need to generate an outline first and then use that outline to generate the full article because, again, that allows you to get better quality outputs. Okay, so I've asked it to write an engaging and in-depth blog post outline for this blog post topic, be as in-depth and as detailed as possible. And we're going to increase the maximum length. We're going to increase the temperature a little bit. We're also going to increase the frequency penalty just a tad, and we'll also increase the presence penalty just a little bit as well. So our settings are now set. Now let's go ahead and submit this, and we should be able to get a nice outline. Okay, so this is the completed outline, and as you can see, it's pretty in-depth, and it's included the information that we had within the system. So it talks about that business name, and it's catered or customized this blog post for that business and for the areas in which that business services. So as you can see, if you want to create more customized content, you need to let the AI know exactly what you're trying to write about, and that can be done by including more information within the system so that the AI will take that information in to create your outline and eventually use that information within your full blog post. So now that we have the outline completed, we'll go ahead and generate our prompt for the full article. So the prompt that we'll be using is, using this outline above, write a full, in-depth and engaging blog post be as in-depth as possible. Always include tables and lists. I'll probably also add include facts. Always write in markdown format and include these keywords naturally throughout the article. So this is my fourth tip, which is you need to add keywords that you would like the AI to use, especially if you're trying to optimize your article for the first page of Google. And there's a couple of ways in which you can get these keywords. If you have a tool like Neuron Writer, you can create a new query, which is how to renovate and flip houses, because this is a keyword in which we're trying to rank for. And this will give you all of the information that you need to follow if you would like to outrank the top ranked blog posts for this specific keyword. If you don't have Neuron Writer, I highly recommend it. It is a content optimization tool and they do have a lifetime deal. So essentially you pay one time and you'll have lifetime access to Neuron Writer. So you don't have to pay monthly like Surfer SEO. So it's not too expensive, but it's a very, very powerful tool at giving you insights and recommendations that you can follow to outrank your competitors for any specific keyword. But if you don't have Neuron Writer, you can head over to ChatGPT, use the GPT-4 browsing mode, which allows you to browse live websites. And once you have web browsing enabled, head over to Google and paste in that keyword, which is how to flip and renovate houses, and open up one of the top ranked blog posts for that specific article. For this example, we'll be using the article by Rocket Homes, and we're going to copy over that URL. We're going to head back over to GPT-4 and we're going to ask ChatGPT to identify the main keyword for this article, extract those keywords, extract the LSI keywords, variations of the main keyword, and any other keyword that is important or needed for ranking from this blog post. So we're going to run this. And again, we're using the web browsing mode. So ChatGPT is going to go ahead and scrape that specific blog post and it's going to give us the output based upon our prompt. So while that's being done, let's head over back to Neuron Writer. And again, as you can see here, for this keyword, which is how to renovate and flip houses, we have some terms here in article that we need to include within the article. And we can actually go ahead, if we scroll to the bottom, we can copy all of these terms. And then what we can do is we can copy those terms and paste that into the playground mode to tell the AI to include those keywords naturally throughout the article, so that our article will be better optimized for on-page SEO for our keyword density numbers, so that we can outrank our competitors for those specific keywords. But if you don't have access to Neuron Writer, then you can use this method that I just showed you guys. Okay, so as you can see, we get the main keywords, we get the LSI keywords, variations of the main keyword, and other important keywords. So again, we get a decent amount, and if you want more, just ask it to extract more keywords and we'll be able to do so. Okay, so we got a lot of keywords there for the AI to use. Obviously, you want to be careful with your keywords, because the more you enter, the more your prompt it's going to cost you, because the more tokens it's going to use. But just for this example, I'm going to use all of these keywords, but I would recommend you use probably less, because again, it would be more costly, especially if you're using GPT-4. So I've went ahead and ran that prompt with all of the keywords, and this is the full article in which we got back from ChatGPT. It's a little bit short for my liking. It's a little bit less than 1,000 word, but I'll show you a strategy in which you can use to extend your blog post so you're getting more content. But as you can see here, we get a pretty decent blog post. It talks about the pros and cons of flipping a home, choosing the right location. It's specific to Toronto because that's the information which we entered within the system. And it talks about that business, which again, we included within the system. So if you have a business, I definitely recommend including that information because it will naturally include it throughout the article. And as you can see here, it's a pretty decent, well-written, well-formatted. There's some lists, there's some tables, piece of content here from the AI. So if you want to see exactly what that will look like on your blog post, you can copy it over. Head over to Markdown to HTML converter because it's written it in Markdown format, and you paste that in there and you'll be able to see what it will look like on your own website. If you're not happy with the quantity or the length of the blog post, you can add a prompt that will tell the AI to keep the same style, keep the same formatting and the tables or list, but expand the blog post paragraphs to include more content, and usually you'll be able to get a much longer blog post. So this would be my tip number 5, to expand your blog post. And if you like to reduce the cost, instead of using GPT-4, because you now have a pretty good basis for your article, what you can do is you can remove some of the content from before, because again, this all counts towards your token limit. So the more input you have, the less or the more costly your outputs will be, especially if you're using GPT-4, because this is the most expensive model. What we can do here, we can take out all of the inputs or the instructions which were used for this article. We'll just keep the full length article or the first version of the full length article, and you can actually change this to the GPT 3.5 turbo model, because again, what it's going to do, it's going to model the blog post that was already created using GPT-4, so your quality will already be high, but your cost will be lower because now you're using GPT-4. So what you can do is you can expand this by using GPT-4, and as you can see, it will be able to follow your titles, your outline, and the content that was already generated using GPT-4. Okay, so the content has been expanded, and as you can see, it's considerably longer than the original content. So let's do a quick word counter. So this is about 1,600 words. So a nice 1,500 word blog post that we were able to get from using GPT-4, and then we expanded it using GPT 3.5. So it would definitely cost you a lot less than if you were to just use GPT-4 to expand the content. So now let's go ahead and copy this over, and we're going to paste this into our Markdown to HTML converter. Okay, so this is the full article in which we were able to get back. As you can see, it's a little bit more in depth and the paragraphs are a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and copy this. I just want to do a quick test to see how SEO optimized this was from ChatGPT. And to do so, we're going to paste it into a new ad writer. Again, we already had the keyword how to renovate and flip houses opened already. So off the gate, it's about 39. Let's go ahead and add a meta tag and a meta description. And if you would like me to use these same strategies to create you a free article of your choice, check out the link in the description below this video. I've been creating quite a few articles for clients, and we're getting some really good results. So if you would like high quality articles at half of the cost, check out the link in the description below this video. We can get started with a free article, and if you like it, you can then go ahead and get a paid plan. And now we have a content score of 53 out of 100, which is not bad by any means. We probably need to add some more content in here. We need to add some images, and we need to add some more keywords within our articles. Of course, it's an AI, so they don't always do exactly what you want it to do. So you may have to manually add some of those keywords within your articles and within your titles. But once you do so, you should be able to have a fairly optimized piece of content. So those are my 5 tips in which you can follow to help you create higher quality SEO optimized content using ChatGPT. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Personally, I think it was very valuable. I've shared a lot of the tips that I've never shared before about how I create high quality articles. If you enjoyed today's video, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, stay well.